I give it to you, no average. Green light, go, give it to her like yellow. Saw red, said no, keep it going, young Uno. Mommy, hello, make you like jello. Aye, it's duck season, only pop out for a reason. Show face if it's then I'm cheesing. If not, get a check on my demon. Aye, it's duck season, yeah, only pop out for a reason. Pop out, show face if it's then I'm cheesing. If not, get a check on my demon. Aye, I'll make it turn around. Attention on her like an ultrasound. I can read what's on her mind, no cap and gown. I'm brown and I'm happy when she down. That is at the posse, hello. The function acting. It's a moment, take a picture, acting cocky. About the music, little baby, love my disc jockey. Matter of fact, this my party, this is awesome. I said it 2 times, no, I didn't since I started. Soul here's then the bangs, tell me who's your father. Go half on the kid, make you the mother. It might be written in the stars, I get my way with words. We could take it to the car, I'll let you name the verb. Second thought, slid through on my burn rubber. Real lover, other half is a... Aye, it's duck season, only pop out for a reason. Show face if it's then I'm cheesing. If not, get a check on my demon. Aye, it's duck season, yeah, only pop out for a reason. Pop out, show face if it's then I'm cheesing. If not, get a check on my demon.
We'll see the New York Knicks and the Los Angeles Clippers. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Down low. And the layup is... good off. The glass. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
And New York has possession, following the score by Los Angeles. And Brunson gets it to go.
Boy, Jalen Brunson just reads what the defense concedes, and on that one, it's a drive.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the slam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. It's a three-point game. From deep, buries it from three. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
James Harden understands answering a three with your own three negates any momentum of your opponent.
Right side, Brunson. Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Here's Jones. After the basket by New York on the other end. On the wing, Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 9.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Outside Brunson. Out to the right wing. Towns with the ball. Harden picks him up. And Towns slams it home.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Now time to get it set. Come on.
Making a switch here. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside Jones. And some solid defense from Towns. New York leading by 4. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Simmons. Back to Harden. Zubac's with it. Outside Jones. 6 to shoot. Over Brunson. Poke loose.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Drives to the hoop. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Brunson's got 9.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Here's Harden. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
And he dunks it down.
The vertical of OG Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Harden into the lane. Can't hit from in close.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
The kick out to Brunson. Back to Anunoby. A shot from the high post. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
And the ball out of play. The Knicks will have it.
Checking in for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson, Mikal Bridges, Miles McBride, Cameron Payne.
And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Takes it inside. Here's McBride. Counted from distance.
3-point basket.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And so here are the Clippers. They trail by 11. Harden with it. And it's Payne picking him up. Shot to stop the run. Leonard can't get it to go. Outside McBride. Pass to Payne. Three-pointer, Bridges. Jones grabs the board. Leonard looking over the floor. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the New York Knicks. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close.
The Knicks, 22.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Simmons, no good. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Doris, it's hard to believe the Knicks title drought has gone on for over 50 years now.
Oh, that fan base is just dying for an opportunity to win the championship. And here's the thing, B.A., what I love about that fan base, through all the years where the Knicks struggled, on any given night, that building is as electric as any in the league.
Clippers trail by 11. Outside Jones. Here's Simmons. Oh, Simmons throws it down hard.
This is a real specialty of Ben Simmons, the ability to go after it on the glass.
Outside Brunson. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. New York shooting their first foul shot of the game. That free throw good from Brunson. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Kicks it out Towns. Outside Hart. New York again, can't hit.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Here's Harden. Out to Leonard. On the drive, Kawhi. It's rebounded by New York. Oh, they get a hand on it. Oh, stolen by Harden. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. Doris, looking back at James Harden's time in Houston, what an incredible individual run he went on.
Come on, Brian. Finished in the top 3 in MVP voting 5 times with the Rockets. Came so close to getting to an NBA Finals. He's still beloved in the city of Houston.
And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul.
Next substitution, number 8. OG Anunoby.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And it's Derek Jones with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
To the paint. Here's Hart. Nifty move. 5 on the clock. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
Harden scanning the floor. Driving to the basket. To the left wing. Now here's Jones. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Over Brunson. Jones misses. Knicks leading by 9. Outside Brunson. Outside Hart. 3-pointer. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound. So it's the Clippers now. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Stolen by Bridges. Here's Towns. Finished off the break. Towns has gotten 4 this quarter.
Boy, for a man his size, Towns does a sensational job running the floor.
Oh, tried to and dunk it home, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. Doris, how about the emergence of Jalen Brunson? The Knicks got him as a free agent.
BA, it's incredible because the Knicks, when they signed him back in the summer of 2022, many voices were out there saying it's an overpay, you paid Jalen too much. Well, guess what? All NBA performer, and that contract looks like a bargain.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to review the game plan.
Substitution on the court.
Knicks leading by 9. Right outside. And there's the drive. Out to Bridges. To the wing, right side. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Doris, since he was traded out of Phoenix, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have skyrocketed. Why is that?
Well, number one, he's worked hard to develop his skill on the offensive end. He came in as a 3-and-D guy, but what he's proven is he can handle the basketball, he can initiate action. You love the work ethic that went into that.
And he makes a first. Well, when Mikal Bridges was drafted in 2018, his hometown team, the Philadelphia 76ers, elected to trade him after selecting him.
And BA, he made no secret of the fact that that was a heartbreaking moment at the time. Consider that his mom actually worked in the Sixers front office in those days. But in the end, he has carved out one heck of a career. Well, you love the physicality from Chris Dunn. He's willing himself to the stripe thanks to the way he goes straight into the defense on that shot.
And he's good on the second. And Doris, the Clippers with new jerseys, a shiny new arena, and an ownership group that is very aggressive. They want some shiny hardware to go with it.
Yeah, you have to appreciate an ownership group that is willing to spend and make all the right moves in order to position yourself for the championship. But now the players need to come through. And what has been their undoing in recent years is injuries and the lack of availability of their best players. Age and health still hover over this organization.
And Bridges, here we go. It's rebounded by Zubats. Clippers trail by 8. It's Powell on the wing. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks. A minute 29 left in the first half. And here's Wright. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To the right side. Just 5 on the clock. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You have to account for Delon Wright at the cup. This guy has good size at his position.
The shot by Dunn, no good. Tipped. Wright with the ball. Dunn in his pocket. Pass to Tucker. Here's Wright. Back to Tucker. Achua with a screen. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Next substitution,
Here's Simmons. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks.
Jalen Brunson.
Dunn outside. Uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, how much do you appreciate Chris Dunn working hard inside to come away with these easy interior buckets?
Outside Brunson. Brunson inside with the finish.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's New York, earning this break in the action, up 10. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Here's Jones. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. Knicks leading by 12. Right side, Brunson. Pass to Towns. They get the rebound. Back to Robinson. Now here's Anunoby. Clock at 4. And stolen by Jones. The finish! And he gets the bucket.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Simmons. Outside Harden. With the drive. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Well, at this point, James Harden has put his imprint all over this basketball game, and the defense better find a way to figure him out soon. Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Harden drawing the double team. Pass to Leonard. Out left to the wing. Back to Jones. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Fast break, New York. They grab their own miss. That one no good. And Harden's got the ball here for the Clippers. 7-point differential. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. It's Brunson working inside.
Jalen Brunson right now attacking without hesitation. His foot is on the gas pedal.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Clippers trail by 9. The drive by Harden. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
Oh, such a clever move by James Harden on the drive. He always goes fishing for that contact, and usually he finds it.
Doris, not long ago, the Clippers were not associated with star power.
It's very true, B.A., but they are now. And it's not just the talent that they have. It's the experience that their guys bring to the court. They now have a core of big-time players who've been through virtually everything in the league. You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Harden's got 9 points now in the second half. Knicks leading by 7. Here's Bridges. And stolen by Leonard. Left side, Harden. On the wing, Jones. Back to Harden. The kick out to Simmons. Shot clock at 6. And it's Derek Jones with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Just an unacceptable turnover. You have to know where you are on the court.
You know, I guess the only good thing about it is it didn't turn into a fast break the other way. Dead ball turnover.
And Bridges, here we go. Rebound by the Clippers. Pass to Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Simmons.
Simmons with a little flair and flash. Let him feel all of your basketball ability, Ben Simmons.
Outside Anunoby. New York again can't hit. Clippers trail by 5. Some room here for Jones. The offensive rebound. Fires for 3. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. Jones has got 5 points now in the quarter. To the inside. Anunoby. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. And timeout called by Ty Lue. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Josh Hart, Miles McBride, Jalen Brunson.
There's a minute 26 left in the third. Outside Jones. Here's Harden. Hart pulls it in. Knicks leading by 4. To the middle. And Towns slams it home.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. And Harden with the slam.
Oh, my. James Harden with a statement right there.
Pass to Leonard. And it's New York with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside Brunson. Off with the layup. Clippers trail by 4. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. Here's Brunson. 18 points for him. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Towns for 3. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
A fantastic three-point shooter. You got to guard Towns from the corners especially.
Harden, good.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
And to me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. It's the Knicks leading by 5. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. New York leading by 5. Outside Payne. Outside McBride. Right side Payne. Launches it. Ben Simmons grabs the board. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for the LA Clippers. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
An absolute master at drawing contact. Defenders get nervous guarding James Harden. This is why.
He hits the second from the line.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Outside Brunson. Kicks it out Towns. The 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Pass to Simmons. Left side Jones. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. From the high post. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Knicks leading by 4. Now Brunson. Simmons defending. Back to Bridges. Pass to Hart. And here's Brunson. Now Bridges. From the arc. Drills it from deep. And the Knicks lead by 7.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
Brunson with it. And here's Bridges. Defended by Jones. And there's a 3-second violation. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the 4th. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
And it's Simmons with the jam.
This close to the rim, Ben Simmons just leaves no doubt.
Pass to Bridges. Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Zubac.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Jones. Hart with the defensive effort. New York leading by 3. Outside Anunoby. Inside. Kicks it out Towns. 3-pointer off the mark. And Ty Lue has called a timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He had some words of confidence for his team, saying all it takes is a few chances. You make a few plays down the stretch, we can steal this thing from them. Back to you guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Zubac. Outside Simmons. 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. The Knicks with the lead. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Zubac. Here's Bridges. Outside Hart. Puts it up from 17. Bridges misses. So it's Los Angeles now. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
Oh, can you say important bucket by Harden? James always wants the ball in these moments. Love it.
Here's Brunson. And an Obi for three. And again, the Knicks missing. Pass to Simmons. Now here's Jones. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Outside Brunson. Bridges with it to end the drought. Pure from three-point range. Bridges has got 6 points in the quarter.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Achua with a steal. Brunson with it, picked up by Simmons. Here's Bridges, and Simmons grabs the board.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one. You know, we've seen him just tear after the rebounds tonight. No fear. You have to love that effort.
Now Brunson. And he sinks it.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Brunson. There's the three. It's rebounded by Zubac.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last. 15 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
But Jalen Brunson's driving ability just puts such extraordinary pressure on defenses.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. 12 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Harden. Driving inside. Yes!
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession. Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers' ball.
Boy, how big might this sort of mistake play out? You never know, but sometimes these are game changers.
Three-pointer, Harden. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. And so the big win by New York in a tight game. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce,
we gon' throw a surprise. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party, ayy. I got $5, it's a holiday. It's a party, it's a... We gon' bring those sparklers out, time to celebrate. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party, ayy. I got $5, it's a holiday. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party, ayy. We gon' bring those sparklers out, time to celebrate.
They had enough. Every time they threw a party, can't do that sideways. Hyper rock shots these all year. Got that on Winnie Day. I'm baby Drew, made my name on put. Great digger, same. Hop out with that. Drew just walked inside the party. Got these taking chances. Lotto said she spouted off. She sitting to drop on the way. Drew just another. Take let's celebrate. Put a beat, don't do the back and forth. Pull up for days. I got crosses on my pants. Be real.
A playmaking guard.
If you want to be a good playmaker, I think one thing to do is have your pass accuracy and your ball handling up. So what I have is a 6'3" point guard with 6'7" wingspan, 94 ball handle, an 82 pass sack, and I have the ability to go get driving dunks with an 87 driving dunk and shoot from deep, 94 three-point shot, and then as a takeover, I'm able to get satellite. And then you get to play around with cap breakers. So if you're a sweat and you got 14, 15 cap breakers at this point, you can add something to your defense. My steal is at 91, and you can add even your pass accuracy. That way you can get those passes in a little quicker to your teammates, up the dimer a little bit. Or you just want to flush over everybody, you can raise you a little bit if you're driving dunk. So I think that's the best way to go when it comes to point guard.
Okay, what about a slashing forward?
Now, slashing forward, it's a little rough around the edges because everybody wants to go and dunk the ball no matter how tall or big they are. I can use what I have, and that is a 6'9" power forward. That's a 7'5" wingspan, and it has a 90 rebound and a 90 steal. And what I can do is I have a 93 driving dunk, so that raises my posterizer all the way up to where if I get a step on a defender towards the basket, I can just go into a meter dunk and get a contact almost every time. So they would have to put their big around me, and at that point, I can just fake like I'm going to the basket and just walk back and shoot three. So if you want to really get busy and be very versatile, go a little taller on those driving builds, maybe 6'8", 6'9".
And then last one, two-way center.
So I just made a build for center. It is a 7'4" wingspan, so a little short on the wingspan, but I'm gonna push it on game on why it's so short. Two-way inside-out playmaker. Now we're playing a game where everybody wants to be well-rounded. I think this is one of the most well-rounded center builds. Be able to have a close shot at a 92, and you can get a standing dunk at a 90. So what this does, it gets your rebound up to a 94. Offensive rebound is a 76, but with those cap breakers, you can really push that up. Put your interior at a 94. And you're at the capability to be able to knock down threes with an 83 ball and get those break showers with an 87 pass accuracy. So if you're one of those people who just really want to figure it out in real time, 7 foot, be able to get those rise up dunks like I like, or be able to pick and pop and make plays for your team.
It's always interesting to me to see how different people create the builds with the different thresholds with cap breakers in mind. I know my ears perk up when I hear former pros talk about how to be better at the game, because as much as I know, and I've been playing since the original 2K, I can always learn a thing or two and adapt that into my game.
Thanks so much, EA Not Gaming.
The salary cap has been steadily increasing in my team, so today we're upgrading our starting lineup.
That's right. We've got a fresh canvas, Sasha. We want strong starters, a capable second unit, and we're just going to fill in some value here at the end of the roster. Let's start there.
Sure thing. Then let's fill our roster slots 11 through 13 with value player cards and build 2 strong waves of 5.
That's perfect. Anytime you need to sub out, you can do a whole line change. So who should we pick up for our starting center?
I'm looking at Hoop Invaders, Theo Ratliff, strong defender, and lob finisher.
Yeah, he's somebody who can get up and down the court and is reliable. Usually he's going to be faster than opposing centers as well. I think that's a great choice. At power forward, let's add Amethyst Gems of the game, Drew Gooden, because he's another strong post defender, also athletic and quick, and we want to be able to move up the floor very quickly.
Now you've got plenty of cap to spend. $2,000 for Diamond Danilo Gallinari gets you some shooting on the wing.
Yep, we want Ratliff and Gooden to be able to kick out for 3, so let's add another shooter at the 2 guard. How about Diamond Buddy Hield, someone who I've gotten very comfortable shooting with, even added him into my career jumper. Just very reliable and quick release. I like it.
Right on. And at point guard, speed up the game to feed those shooters with Barons of Ball, De'Aaron Fox.
I like how quick we're going to be out there. This is solid. Now let's get one great sub at each of the starting positions. Beginning at the 2 spot with a 2-way player, that's Diamond Doug Collins. And I want a muscle point guard who can get into the lane. So how about finesse Tyreke Evans? He'll be very effective for us.
I like it. Enhance the defense with Aura Rui Hachimura and collect the boards with Mic Drop Andrew Bogut.
Very good. I like those players a lot. And let's add Juwan Howard as a steady replacement for Drew Gooden. This team's looking consistent, we're fast, we're balanced, and we can keep the rate of play constant. So even though our players on the court change, we can use the same style.
10 solid performers, a 3rd wave backcourt, and exact.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. We've got Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's George, and it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. And for Dallas, Kyrie Irving out there with Klay Thompson. Then it's Washington, then it's Daniel Gafford, and it's Davis in at the 4-man position. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Now here's Irving. Thompson scanning the floor. Back to Davis. Davis punches it home!
Okay. AD put a little something extra on that jam. That's not fair. Let's just say that.
Maxey finds George. 3-pointer. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And what a breakout 4th year for Tyrese Maxey. Named to his first All-Star game in 2024, Richard.
When the Sixers traded away James Harden, it really opened up things for Maxey. Gave him the ball more responsibility, and you know what? He showed up.
Now here's George. And we're about a minute into the first. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Outside Irving. Davis a screen. Launches a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. And here is Maxey. Soft touch off the glass.
Ooh, that is fierce. You want to see a player with no fear? That is Tyrese Maxey.
To the paint. Here's Davis. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's George. Here's Grimes. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Oubre can't hit. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Pass to Washington. Irving against Maxey. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the 4th quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
That free throw good from Irving.
You know, Kyrie really does have some of the best handles in the league, which is why he is so devastating in a one-on-one situation. It's something you got to watch out for.
Both free throws good from Irving. We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
There's 31 seconds left now in the first quarter. Here's Davis. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
Down low. Maxey against Irving. Steps back and fires, and it's Maxey missing. Outside Irving. It's stolen by Maxey.
Exactly meeting the current salary cap.
That is nicely done.
You look up, you see stars. I'm a baller. People start running when they see us from afar. I'm a baller. Jumped off the bench and I turned into a star. I'm a baller. Anywhere I go, my gang, they know who we are. I'm a baller. Solitary stones, my ring ain't got no flaws. I'm a baller. Keep my mouth closed, I ain't repeating what I saw. I'm a baller. I keep me a gangster, that's cool with the dogs. I'm a baller. Soon as I hop off a jet, I'ma hop in. Walk around too much money on me, I don't need a clip. But I'm walking with so much jewelry, y'all gotta keep me a baller. I don't gotta use my tongue when I be. I just be playing dumb, but really I'm smart than a. Really the way I be ballin', I should be sponsored by Spalding. I just be coaching my team like I'm really running the offense. There ain't no contest when I dunk, it's a 10 out of 10. Thank God we ain't kicking doors no more, we already in. I'm a baller. Get my car, you look up, you see stars. I'm a baller. People start running when they see us from afar. I'm a baller. Jumped off the bench and I turned into a star. I'm a baller. Anywhere I go, my gang, they know who we are. I'm a baller. Solitary stones, my ring ain't got no flaws. I'm a baller. Keep my mouth closed, I ain't repeating what I saw. I'm a baller. I keep me a gangster, that's cool with the dogs. I'm a baller. Soon as I hop off a jet, I'ma hop in. I'm really tapped in everywhere I go, they show me love. I'm getting everywhere I go, I need my big engine, but the trunk is where I put them. My life feel like a dream, I need in my soul. Stay with my gang, I stay with my guys, I'm putting my pride to the side. I don't take from strangers, I be the only one getting me. I be ballin', I'm in the Maybach, you can't even see through the tent. I don't take nothing with me when I die, so I ain't tryna keep it mint. I'm a baller. Get my car, you look up, you see stars. I'm a baller. People start running when they see us from afar. I'm a baller. Jumped off the bench and I turned into a star. I'm a baller. Anywhere I go, my gang, they know who we are. I'm a baller. Solitary stones, my ring ain't got no flaws. I'm a baller. Keep my mouth closed, I ain't repeating what I saw. I'm a baller. I keep me a gangster, that's cool with the dogs. I'm a baller. As soon as I hop off a jet,
I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. It'll be the Warriors off the tip. And here's Curry. Green, a screen. Down low. Outside for Butler. Pass to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And Post gets it to go. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
So it's Detroit now. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. And that one drops for him.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
Pass to Butler. No good on his first attempt of the game.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Hardaway from outside. And the dunk. To finish it off. A beauty.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Such an energetic play from Cunningham, going right up for the slam.
Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, the injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's three ball is falling. That's how good he is.
And here's Thompson for three.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
For three. Duren with a rebound. The Pistons trailing. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Curry. And Thompson gets it to go.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Up top, Curry takes a three. Detroit with a rebound. Cunningham outside. Takes it inside. Pass to Duren. Now Cunningham. And he converts the layup. Cunningham's got 6.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Curry looking it over. Outside for Butler. Here's Green. Jacks up a 3. Duren with a rebound. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Both teams deciding to change it up. So it's the Warriors now. It's a 3-point game. Curry with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Outside for Green. There's the 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist. Curry.
A pleasant surprise from Draymond there. I mean, I love when he looks for his offense.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And here's Detroit. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Now here's Hardaway. Clock at 6. Out to Harris. No good from outside. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Outside heel. Pass to Curry. And it's off from three-point range. Minute 32 left in the opening quarter. And the foul on Jaden Ivey. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Curry. Outside for Green. Back to Curry. Green, a screen. Curry with it. Shot clock at 6. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Ivey outside. Pass to Duren. Outside Hardaway. From the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Outside Curry. Outside for Green. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And here's Detroit. Now here's Duren. Here's Thompson. The three. And again, no good by Detroit.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to Butler. The kick out, Curry. Here's Hield. Back to Curry. Second shot opportunity. It's a tie game in the Bay Area. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
10. The Pistons, 10.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Well, you have to imagine they're feeling pretty confident the way things have gone.
Yeah, they're off to a smooth start, but that's no reason to get comfortable. You cannot let up in this league.
There's Cunningham with a three. And here are the Warriors now. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage. Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
Cunningham with the ball. Now guarded by Butler. Deflected by Green.
Such a strong defender. This team appreciates when Green gets up to swat it away.
Kuminga's shot is off. Outside Hardaway. Inside. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Outside Curry. With the floater. And he takes it up and lays it in. Curry's got 5.
A skillful shot by Curry. He makes the short-range floater look effortless.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Beasley for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Hield on the wing. Still without a bucket. Pass to Green. Back to Curry. Green, a screen. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. Court 3. Stephen Curry.
Yeah, the sweet-looking jumper of Steph. It just looks so pure coming out of his hands.
It's Thompson, high post. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. Here's Duren. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
And here's Butler outside. Another 3 for Golden State. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
He got it. No.
I'm doing my dance. Popping this, I'm doing my popping this, I'm doing my dance. Doing my dance. Doing my dance.
Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could.
Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Up top, Zubats. And it's Bane with the rebound. Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
Harden with it. Guarded by Morant. Outside Harden. And Harden with the slam.
It's incredible. Harden's ability to read the floor and find the weakness.
Off target from outside. Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Morant. And almost gets it to go. So he'll shoot two here.
First personal foul.
And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
Now here's Leonard. Jones misses.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Pass to Morant. Here's the floater. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Now Harden. Now here's Zubats. Doubled by Jackson. Here's Batum. Puts up a three. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And here's Morant. Going inside. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
Here's Harden. Pass to Zubats. Here's the three. Second chance shot. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Now here's Harden. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. I talked with him about how he'll approach dealing with Kawhi Leonard on the floor, and Coach told me there's no one way to go about slowing Kawhi. He does too many things. He continued, we'll vary our looks on him and try not to let him get in any offensive rhythm. Good idea, as we all know how deadly Kawhi is once he gets going. Brian?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Well, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And it's Morant off the drive. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
And you can't afford to lose sight of Leonard in these situations. He's just so dangerous and assertive in transition.
Here's Edey. Back to Aldama. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jackson. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Back to Jones. No luck on that one. Excellent D there from Aldama. Grizzlies trail by 5. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
Back to Leonard. It's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Oh, this is why you get Leonard the ball inside and just let him go to work.
A minute 53 left in the first. And then Morant with the dunk.
There's a move for you.
Wow, just showed great creativity on his way to the bucket. Here's Leonard. He can't get that one to fall. Memphis trailing here. Outside Morant. Pass to Edey. And it's Derek Jones with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. 1:21 left in the first. Morant surveying the floor. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Bane. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. Batum, right side. Pass to Zubac. Harden with it. Launches it from deep. Memphis with a rebound. Here's Edey. And a two-handed jam.
The way Morant sets up his teammates is as good as any guard in this league.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game now. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Well, Coach, one of the more electric players in the NBA, Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. High-flying, acrobatic at the rim, just a supreme athlete, and he is without a doubt one of the most exciting players this league has to offer.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Jackson. Here's Pippen. Now Kennard. Gets it off. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Clippers on. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Yeah, look, and whether it's a point-blank putback or a kick out for an open three, offensive rebounds usually generate quality shots.
Here's Edey. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is up and in.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Harden. And then Harden with the jam.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And the Grizzlies with possession here, following the score by Los Angeles.
I mean, big-time finish from Jackson. He is a force out there.
Now here's Batum. He's scoreless. Outside Jones. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they had the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Brian, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. The Clippers lead by 3. On the wing, Jones. Pass to Batum. Leonard looking over the floor. Taken away! Here's Wells. Yet to see a basket. Outside Morant. 6 to shoot. Can't tie it up. That one misses. Now Los Angeles with it. Harden with it. And Kennard picks him up defensively. Pass to Leonard. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. The Grizzlies making a switch here. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Clippers.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Memphis calls timeout. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Here's Jones. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. Can't hit from in close. The 3 from Bain. And James Harden pulls it down. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 4. He gets it in there. Harden's got 9.
And, you know, you can't underestimate Harden's ability to blow by defenders. It opens things up for him on the offensive side. Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Harden surveying the D. Outside Jones. Leonard double team. Pass to Batum. Left side Jones. The 3 is up. Memphis with a rebound. Oldama right side. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Jackson outside. To the middle. Here's Edey. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Clippers in the lead. Harden with it. He's picked up by Bane. Yep, count it. 11 points in the game.
I love it. When Harden shoots, he commits. A little contact isn't going to upset his mechanics.
Jackson right side. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from it.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Jones. And here's Batum. Pass to Zubac. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Three-pointer. Harden knocks down the long J. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, so much of Harden's work happens at the top of the key, but he can also work you over from the corners.
Now Morant. He's got 11. And the shot goes down. Morant's got 13.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Harden from outside. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Clippers ahead, up by 3. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Grizzlies trail by 3. Outside Bane. Here's Pippen. Down low. Here's Aldama. It's deflected.
And sometimes shooters forget how long Batum is. He uses it so well to reject shots.
Outside Jones. And it's Derek Jones with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Out to the right wing. Aldama. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. Los Angeles leading by 3. Pass to Zubac. Batum outside. Three-pointer, Harden. Cleared away by Wells. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Bagley with it. Aldama outside. Here's Pippen. Bagley sets a screen. Back to Aldama. Here's Wells. And that one is stuffed right through.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Los Angeles making a change here. And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a one-point game. The three ball. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Grant.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, B.A. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. Pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Bogdanovich, no good. Memphis trailing here. For the lead, here's Morant. Count the basket and the foul! James Harden picks one up.
And after getting smoked earlier in this game, they battled back to take the lead.
He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1. Stan, you started as an assistant in the NBA back in 1995. Now, all of these years later, for a coach, what's been the biggest change, you think?
Well, I think the biggest change, Brian, has been that we don't practice as much. There's much less time spent on the court with your team. It's more done in terms of film and individual work and not 5-on-5 type practice like it was back in 1995.
You mean to say we're talking about practice?
That's exactly right.
There's the drive.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
Memphis shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And so he hits both. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Outside Harden to end the run. And that's 2 points on the layup. Harden's got 16 points.
And you can see Harden is feeling it, which is why he's being so aggressive on offense.
Outside Bane. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team. And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead. Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And the Grizzlies call time here. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Now here's Morant. He's got 18. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Pass to Leonard. Harden with it. He's got 16. Drops in the layup for 2. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
It's impressive how Harden makes room inside. He finds a way to navigate the shots.
Ja slithers his way in. And it's Derek Jones with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. Pass to Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
1:44 left in the third quarter. Memphis making a switch here.
First team coming onto the floor for your Grizzlies.
1:43 left to play in the third quarter here. Jones' shot is good.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
From behind the arc. Pippen, no good. The Clippers in the lead. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Pass to Leonard. Off the mark there with a 3. And here's Memphis. Here's Wells. Here's Aldama. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Got a piece of it. Here we go, all alone. And the basket by Pippen. Pippen's gotten his first points in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Memphis.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Leonard outside. On the wing, Jones. Lets it go from deep. Here's Zubats. Back to Leonard. Pass to Jones. Now Powell. Clock at 6. Leonard left side. Outside Harden. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Here's Pippen. Here's Edey. Pippen. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
Oh, just great energy. Stay with the play all the way through.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So it's Los Angeles now, trailing by 4. Powell outside. No good on the 3.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Wells. No good with the triple. Harden from outside. The rebound by Jackson.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Here's Pippen. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Back to Powell. Zubats, screen. Powell, it's good.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Pippen. To the paint. 4 on the clock. Wells misses. Clippers trail by 4. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Morant. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Ivica Zubats.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
Both shots good from the stripe. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Memphis making a switch here. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
Thanks for that, Allie. Jones from outside knocks down the triple.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Now here's Morant. The shot won't fall. Great D that time from Zubac. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Jones drives in. Powell outside. And stolen by Jackson. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Morant. Driving inside. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound. And it's Powell with the ball for Los Angeles. Here's Jones. Oh! Wow! And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. So it's Los Angeles now. After the basket by Memphis. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Pulls it in from the elbow. Harden with it. Guarded by Morant. Here's Jones. Deflected. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And Bain, no good on that one.
One shot.
Grizzlies lead by 3. Outside Morant. Oh, solid D from Leonard. Here's Powell. The steal. Stolen by Harden. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. The Grizzlies making a switch here. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Powell with it. He's picked up by Bain. Leonard outside. Up to Powell. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Stevens. And he drives in. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that.
The three from Bain. Clippers trail by 5. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
A minute 39 left to the fourth. Here's Jones. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Everyone knows Harden is a talented passer. He can really rack up those assists.
Jackson outside. Right wing. Pass to Morant. Jackson on the wing.
old 32. CA doors open up for me. Hear the engine roar. Switch sport. I got somewhere to be, little baby. I'm in. It came with it. Yeah, that's my favorite. The P my only. I said no, but you my favorite one. Nah, for real. Yeah, Rick. I wanna one. You mean? Nah, I can't make you mine, but I can make you. In them streets, baby, I'm a thug. I just threw 10,000 something runs in this club. I'm popping this so hard cause I ain't used to. Deep ain't got no type, they want a stupid.
Hey, why don't you try building a new salary cap for yourself? Maybe something similar to what we did, or something completely your own. For an added challenge, press the shoot button and have the lineup auto-filled for you. See how you play.
Yeah, wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big underground methods, top notch. Get the most, not the lesser. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that product you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the swerving while I'm bumping Project Patcher. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Loyal with me, we ain't got a cow. Silly on silent, put the product in the loud. That's how you make the money pop for everyone involved. And if you don't deserve a cut, then we gon' Baba got me looking proper every single time. Fresh big, getting. Yo, you ain't walking out what we on. And you know I got it, boy, for the ones who gone. R.I.P.'s in your memory, we carry on. When I they will not mean out what I want. Pour my ashes in the river, y'all. That's how we knowin' that the flow about to carry on. See, immortality's a fallacy, I prove it wrong. The Southern family gon' carry me the way beyond. Anything you've ever known, anything you've done. They ask me how you get like this, how you live like this. Why you worry about it? Get up on my, get up out of it. What you think this is? And we ain't worried about it. Watch your skirt the way they ask me how you get like this, how you live like this. Why you worry about it? Get up on my, by the way. What you think this is? And we ain't worried about you. Watch me skirt the whip, yeah, swerving. Moving to the money like it's urgent. Hands on God, so I'm in it like a surgeon. The skin color like worldwide.
We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. Here's Allen. Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jarrett Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move his feet on the perimeter and guard in isolation. But a difference maker at the rim, that is where he's at his best.
Crafty move. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander is just that good, finishing the play through the foul.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the contest. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Back to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Garland, no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked him specifically about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and what their defensive game plan is for him, and Coach said we have to be active, we have to keep him in front of us, and to try to limit his chances around the rim. Their offense really opens up when he's able to attack the basket, so let's see if the defense is up for the challenge. BA?
And Allie, thanks. To the left wing. Garland for 3. Cleveland again missing.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Oh, the Thunder tack on 2 more.
Yeah, total focus from Shai there. ready to go off the feed.
Pass to Mitchell. Back to Garland. To halt the run. And the layup is up and in.
Looking for a high percentage shot. Garland wants the best look he can get.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Mobley grabs the board. And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. They trail by 3. Mobley outside. And Gilgeous-Alexander with a block.
Read the eyes of the ball handler, and Gilgeous-Alexander able to get a hand up in time.
Garland with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Back to Allen. Outside for Mitchell. Outside Hunter. Pass to Mobley. 5 to shoot. Allen with it. Mobley outside. The offensive rebound.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
Now, here's Williams. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Dort with a steal. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Strus covering. Releases from 15. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Outside Garland. Back to Mobley. Outside Mitchell. Drives to the hoop. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Holmgren. Here's Williams. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates. A very heady passer for a big man.
Pass to Allen. To the inside. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses from short range. And here are the Cavaliers now. It's a 5-point game. Back to Strus. Right side Garland. Uses the glass on the layup.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Mobley grabs the board.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City. Hunting for... Man, it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. And Caruso drops them both. And you watch Alex Caruso on defense, RJ. He forces his fair share of turnovers.
Yeah, he's got great instincts, quick hands. You can't be loose with the ball around Caruso, one of the best one-on-one defenders in the game.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 5. On the take. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere. Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Pass to Caruso. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Outside Garland. Up top Allen. Mobley outside. On the wing, Strus. Banked it in off the glass.
That's great anticipation and accuracy by Mobley to set up his teammate.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, rejected by Allen. And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Cavaliers on D. It's a 5-point game. The kick out to Wiggins. Clock at 6. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game.
His first. Second team foul.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Pass to Caruso. Stolen by Strus. And pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And this is why you feed the big fella Allen on the inside. With his size, he is a major threat anywhere around that hoop.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Inside. Strus's shot is off. Thunder leading by 7. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Picked up by Allen. With the crossover. Mobley grabs the board.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And Mitchell with the slam.
That's tremendous focus from Mitchell. Works through the foul and converts.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Outside Strus. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Poke loose. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Lets the three fly. Cleveland again missing. Thunder with a lead. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's got 14. Here's Dort. Up and in on the layup. So Dort's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice use of strength by Dort. He runs into the inside contact, but pushes right through it.
The drive by Garland. Back to Strus. Pass to Mobley. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Up top, Wiggins. Nice move. The rebound by Garland. The Cavaliers trail by 7. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. A shot from the mid-range. And it's Mitchell. The miss. Dort with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. The three is up. The shot by Dort. No good. Pass to Mobley. Back to Garland. Mobley outside. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. RJ, the Cavs, breaking ground on a new practice facility set to open in 2027.
Situated on the Cuyahoga River, it will be 4 times larger than the existing one. And let me tell you this, the existing one was state-of-the-art. And it continues to rejuvenate what we're seeing in downtown Cleveland. Shout out to the Cavaliers.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. And Hartenstein gets it to go.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Thunder. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He's going to talk. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998.
Look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. And a miss there on the triple. Cavaliers trail by 10. Pass to Strus. Back to Mobley. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
This is Mobley's zone. He's got all the size he needs to dominate this paint.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's picked up by Garland. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy say that's overdue. My ring shouldn't be immortalized. Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile or even fit into my shoes. Still that we've been through this overdue. This the anthem. Pull up and you know the team is strong. This your anthem. All my underdogs. Everybody get your hands up. Sometimes it's hard, but we made it through. We were struggling for a minute, so that winning overdue. Yeah. They know it's true. We on the move. Aye. Yeah. Eyes on the money, I stay in my bag. Taking my city, it's put on the map. Hustle was harder, I had to adapt. They hate me, they love me, how funny is that? I step in the lights, it's getting them hype. Don't got them all, we just got a night. Yeah, that's the way that we live in this life. We stay going in. Tell me where I would've been if I took your advice. I bet that would've dropped the price. If they be trying to lock me down, well then they better read my rights. Ayy, no we don't play. What they gon' say? Radio K. Do this all day, tell them we straight. Ayy, ready whenever I been show. Y'all really know where y'all info. Yeah, they copy like tenfold. We on the field, we gotta survive. Walk through the door, need my award. I said we keep on scoring. Y'all just keep it score. Give me the chip, I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream next to the team. Yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy say that's overdue. My ring to the
We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder matched up against the defending NBA champions, the Boston Celtics. We're all set to bring you NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. Back to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. And Holmgren pulls it down.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And the way the Celtics can attack teams, Doris, with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. After the miss from Derek White. And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
To the inside, White. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Pass to Dort. It's stolen by Brown. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. The kick out to Tatum. A three-pointer off the mark. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Dort. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. I spoke with the Celtics head coach a little bit ago. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Tatum. After the miss from Chet Holmgren. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Over to the left wing. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Yep, that one goes.
A silky smooth shooter. Holmgren makes it look so effortless at times.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Gilgeous-Alexander. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket of the game. Holiday, no one around him. A miss that time would have put him up.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Boston trailing. Pass to Tatum. On the wing, Brown. Back to Tatum. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather. Substitutions here. 1:22 left to play in the first quarter. Caruso with the steal. Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Back to Williams. Drives to the hoop. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Brown, no good. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Oklahoma City. 3-point lead.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Fires at the elbow. Rebound by Williams.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Back to Wallace. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Thunder lead by 7. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Oklahoma City?
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
And that one falls for Tatum. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play. But Jason Tatum worked hard, being comfortable in tight windows off the dribble drive. That was a nice-looking move.
Wallace outside. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. 7 points for Wallace.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
Nice ball movement by Boston. The kick out to Holiday. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense, but you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
Now, here's Holmgren. Hartenstein with the bounce pass. And the dunk by Gilgeous. Alexander.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. The Thunder leading by 4. Here's Hartenstein. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And they've repeatedly closed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Here's Hartenstein. Holmgren can't hit.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Pass to Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points for him. And it's good for 2.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Tatum drives in. Back to Porzingis. 1:36 left here in the second. Can't hit from in close. The Thunder lead by 4. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and frankly borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame and he fits in personality-wise.
And here is Dort. Pass to Holmgren. .51 seconds left now here in the second. Clock at 6. Off target from outside. Celtics trail by 6. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Brown wide open. He fires. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brown's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Celtics. At the top of the key, Holmgren. Williams scanning the floor. 6 to shoot. Holmgren can't hit. Here's White. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Wallace outside. Porzingis with the block. And some good action to the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 3. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Thunder leading by 3. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
And here's White after the three-pointer from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Dort. That 3 off the mark. Celtics trailed by 6. Back to Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Williams. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Defensive foul.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander shows you he's not afraid to draw contact. Now gets to the free throw line.
Oklahoma City shooting their first foul shot of the game. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Nice try. It's all good.
And the Thunder making a switch here.
Coming on to the
and with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. And the layup falls. And it's a 9-point Oklahoma City lead.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Tatum wide open, he fires one. The shot's good, Brown making the play.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Here's Holmgren. And the layup's good off the glass. Holmgren's got 6 here in this quarter.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul. Little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And here's Tatum for three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
The rise and fire by Jason Tatum, ready to catch it and score it immediately.
Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. It's White on the wing. To Porzingis. Back to White. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Brown. He's guarded by Williams. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Holmgren can't hit. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that. What impresses me about Jason Tatum are his work habits, his commitment in the offseason to adding something else to his arsenal. We know he can play high-level basketball on both ends. The sky is the limit.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Now, this is one of the best scorers in the game today. Jason Tatum, we're getting used to performances like this.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by the Celtics. Outside Tatum. It's tipped. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Caruso. Here's Hartenstein. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And that's now 20 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Boy, wide open teammate, really pretty pass by Lou Dort. No hesitation there.
Here's Tatum. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. 1 second left. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. With us.
The Thunder, 49.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Tatum. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA, an outstanding defender, that time sends it back.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Hartenstein up top. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one, no good. Holiday with it. Tatum down low. To tie it up. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. The Thunder leading by 3. Wallace right side. Down low. It's hauled in by Brock. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Outside, White. Holiday left side. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Over in the corner, White. Holiday. A shot goes down and gets this game back to even. That's 10 points for Drew Holiday.
And really, after trailing the entire game, we've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Oh, it got ugly there for a stretch. Nothing was working, but they've come back and have a chance to seal the deal.
So both teams making some changes here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, during the last break, here's what Mark Daigneault was telling his team. He told them this is what it's all about, proving we're the better team in the tough situations. But you got to want it. Coach told his guys they have what it takes to win here. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Here's Williams. Tries again. On the wing, Williams. And taken away by Brown. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Tatum with it. And it's Wallace picking him up. Pritchard gets the bucket.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there. That's a big-time bucket. Lou Dort has unshakable confidence.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Teams changing it up here. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Wow, Porzingis, no hesitation in the balance of the game. He delivers.
Pass to Dort. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one is on Holiday.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time. This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
And how about the burst there of speed from Holiday on the drive, sipping in before the D can rotate.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh, the very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands, yes, sir.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Boston with the rebound. 1:15 left to play here in the fourth. Holiday goes in. Porzingis with the ball. Dort covering. Pass to White. Shot clock at 6. And it's Isaiah Hartenstein with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Tatum. Money!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch. The quiet confidence, the ruthless execution. You need a big-time bucket. Shea is on time.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And the Thunder making a change here. .52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Over in the corner, White. It's money from deep.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move. Points are an absolute must here.
No time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
They recover it. It's Dort on the wing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Boy, delicate touch on that floater by Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's pretty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Let's see those dance moves. Somebody doesn't have rhythm. Coming onto the floor for the Thunder, Isaiah Hartenstein.
Inside. Here's Dort. Oh, no good. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick lead.
Boy, it's hard work on the offensive glass, earning an additional opportunity.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris.
When got a tat, it still ain't. Now why you do that for? Some keep telling me I ain't buying the story you selling me. If you ripping that loaf, you better eat. We don't tolerate starving in BGE. They out here paying for, I'm playing for keeps. Laid up with a op for a week. Bon appetit. Rose pedal my feet, my status elite. They